minutes about diabetes and raw foods. We all know that people who have gone raw have improved their statistics regarding diabetes, but there is some misleading information. There is diabetes type 1 and there is diabetes type 2. Diabetes in general responds to reduction of foods that have high glycemic load and high glycemic index, and food that are rich in protein, especially animal protein. So anybody who goes vegan or almost vegan, even if they're not going raw, will have substantial improvement in their diabetes type 2, which is a mild form of diabetes related to insulin receptors and not to insulin production. So as long as they can still produce some insulin but not having good receptor activity, even if they don't go raw, they will get improvement, as long as they eliminate the food that I mentioned earlier. Of course, when you go raw vegan, you naturally eliminate all those foods and you will have significant improvement. And you will say, oh, aha, it's the raw food that healed them. But no, it's not the raw food per se, it's the elimination of the other foods that most raw vegans do not eat. Of course, when you eat raw foods, your blood sugar level will stabilize, because cooking food does add to the liability of the sugar level. Therefore, it's good to have raw food, but it's not essential to be 100% raw to actually improve your statistics. However, when it comes to diabetes type 1, there are some misinformation pieces out there. People think that the raw food would actually sometime heal a type 1 diabetic, and raw food does not heal type 1 diabetics. What happens usually is somebody with type 1 diabetes is suffering from an autoimmune disease that is causing damage and inflammation to the cells that are designed to manufacture insulin. The cells in the pancreas that manufacture insulin are under attack, and therefore temporarily they're not manufacturing. But if you catch it early enough, especially in children or young adults, you can reduce the inflammation by taking away the cause. In many cases, the cause is autoimmune disease relevant to certain foods like dairy product and especially gluten. Most raw foodists simply eliminate gluten, and that could be a potential cause why some inflammatory situations will dissipate and the diabetes type 1 will appear to be gone. It is not because of raw food. It's because of the elimination of gluten in that situation. So let's just be honest about it. Raw food is great, but it is not by itself the healer of diabetes. It is simply an assisting factor and an indirect benefit.